That's a lot of coolant. I don't know why they wouldn't have just quoted you. Oh, I just smashed my finger. Ooh, oh God. And then it'll pop right off and spew more coolant everywhere. Really can't mess it up. You can, but you know what I'm saying. The washing machine's playing music. Good morning, everyone. It is 8 a.m. and we are in the city of Hemet. Today we have a 2020 Jeep Grand Cherokee with a coolant leak. She had it at the dealership. The lube techs took pictures of the coolant leak and the service advisor wouldn't give her a price until a technician looked at it. So I had this lady send me the pictures and the lube tech took a picture of the water pump leaking. So she called me all frantic. The dealership won't tell me if it's $5,000, $10,000 to get it fixed. They said they have to have someone look at it. It could be a lot of money and I had to pay this and that. So she called us because her grandson is a customer of mine. So he recommended me to her and I told her right over the phone, it's probably a water pump. These Grand Cherokees are known for it. So sure enough, it needs a water pump. So we're gonna head over there and get that knocked out. We're gonna look for other coolant leaks because these Grand Cherokees are known for water pumps, they're known for radiators, they're known for the oil coolers, they're known for a bunch of different things. So we're gonna take a look at all the other stuff, but for now the water pump definitely is leaking quite a bit. So, all right, we're almost there. So let's get over there and maybe I'll let her tell some of the story too. So we'll see you over there. All right, we have our repair order. So let's go up here, knock on the door, let her know that we're here. That's the Jeep. Knock, knock.
Hello.
Good morning, Carolyn. It's Robert.
Hey, Robert. Hi.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Nice to meet you. Want me to back it out?
Wherever you want me to work on it. If you want me to work on it in there or on the driveway, it's fine.
What do you usually do?
Wherever.
Maybe I better back it out. Does that,
Maybe.
Look at the driveway. Is it slanting a little?
Yeah, it's slanting, but that's okay.
Okay, I'll back it out a little.
Okay, thank you. All right, she's gonna back it out a little, which is fine. It'll give us more light. That is perfect.
With the emergency brake.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So I have your paperwork here.
Yeah.
I do YouTube videos. Do you mind this being on there?
That'd be good. I do YouTube all the time.
Oh, do you? All right.
My son said you will love Robert. He's awesome. So
Oh yeah? Well, thank you.
Yeah.
This is the quote that I talked to you about. This is our water pump. This is our coolant. This is our labor.
Okay.
This is our total that we agreed on.
Right.
If you could sign down here.
Okay, and then while you're there, you said you may find something else. We'll deal with that later.
I'm gonna look right now before I even start on the water pump.
So that I can't believe it. 5 years. I bought this thing brand new. It had 10 miles on it. From the where you know the deal.
Yeah.
5 years. Now I'm needing everything.
27,000 miles.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. These are very common. Very, very, very common. Yeah, I can clearly see it there. But then, yeah, they get like that.
Well, Hemet has a lot of dust going there.
It does. Let me grab my flashlight. I want to look right there.
I never do this. Do you know if I need window stuff? That's not even,
I'll look right now.
that's not mechanical, but.
I'll look right now and I'll top it off with something, but I'm gonna grab my light. I'm gonna look around for other leaks just to make sure.
Yeah.
But usually it's right there on the radiator, but I don't see it, at least with these eyes. So I'm gonna use a flashlight and then we'll see right now. All right, let's see. No, I don't see it leaking, so that's good. I definitely see that water pump for sure. That's a lot of coolant. I don't know why they wouldn't have just quoted you.
You know, that upset me. I've been working with her for years. And you know, I had that warranty, so they were doing oil changes, it wasn't costing me anything, and now they wanted to renew it for 5 years, $4,000. I said, no, $4,000 for 5 years, and then they do. But what if something major goes? That's not gonna cover. So anyway, I was thinking of selling it. I think I could get maybe 21 for it. They're offering me 10,000. I said, come on.
Oh, come on.
One owner.
Yeah, 27,000 miles.
Anyway, let's see what we got here first.
Yeah, for sure. I don't see anything else so far. The radiator is what I was concerned with, but that usually doesn't happen until about 60 to 100,000 miles.
Oh, really? really?
So far all I see is that water
Put in
pump.
like 6,000 a year. Well, like, wait a minute. Yeah, 5 years. It's about 6,000.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me know if you need anything.
All right. Thank you. I'll let you know once I'm finished.
Thank you.
All right. I'll pull you guys off so you guys can see down here. You can see all that coolant? Oh, it comes right out of here. That's the water pump. It comes out of the shaft seal. So they wouldn't quote her on that. All right, let's grab our tarp. Let's grab our coolant bucket. Let's grab some tools. First thing we're gonna do is that tarp. Had to stop at AutoZone this morning. Really? All right, we've got our tarp. Let's get this tossed under. All right, let's grab our coolant bucket and our tools. Let's get our tools. So 8, 10, quarter inch, or quarter-inch driver, and we can do our 3/8 driver, 10, I think a 13 and a 15, maybe a 16. I don't remember, it's been a little while. Pretty sure they were all 10s except like 2 of them. And let's get an extension. I can't remember if it's a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch for the tensioner for the belt. Let's take that with us. All right, if we need anything else, we'll just come back and grab more. I'm gonna remove the bottom cover actually real quick. That way it's not draining and splashing everywhere. And then we'll loosen that radiator drain, we'll get it draining. Alright, that's gonna be 10s. What is that? That's our low side service port for AC. Huh. Oh, they put a different one on. That's not even for it. Alright, so we got our bucket slid underneath there. There's a red little circle here. It's a drain for the radiator. Try to drain it all out if I can. Pull the top off, or the cap off, so that way it flows better. So now, while that's draining, we'll take this off, this cover, this fresh air tube. So to get this cover off, it's not like the old ones where you just pull. There's a 10mm bolt right here. So So be mindful of that. You gotta pull that out in order to take this off. All right, we can switch from our 10 to our 8. Take that clamp, pull our air temperature sensor out. Just give it a pull. Pop this clip out without breaking it. Now we can set this aside, that fresh air tube. And yeah, we got to pull this vacuum pump out the way. So pull the vacuum tube off, move it out the way. Connector out the way. Move this clip out of here. That's out. So now we'll get this one out. All right, this hose is out the way. So now we need to take these 2 bolts off, which that's why I brought the 16, because those are 16 millimeter. Oh, I just smashed my finger. Ooh. Oh, God. Oh, right on the nail of the pinky. Right here in between the ratchet and the throttle body. All right. Pull these 2 bolts out. And there's a 10 right there that we need to get out. And now vacuum pump slides out the way. Those vacuum pumps are a common failure on these also. They help build vacuum for the brake booster, and they like to overrun and fail, blow the fuse and everything, so. I want to get this belt out of the way. We don't want to get coolant all over it. So toss that up there. All right, we need to pull one of these clamps off, so that way we can move this out the way. This tube out of the way. There we go. So now we can get into where we need to be. We have another 16 there, 16 millimeter bolt. Learn my lesson, holding it like this. All right, now we need, there's 3 13 millimeters on there. So we'll grab our 13. We'll put those there. And then the third one is this idler pulley here. Set that aside. Now pretty much all we're waiting for is the coolant to drain. Let's clamp these so I can save some coolant in the system. I will. All right, now let's pull this lower hose off, but slow. And tighten this strain up because it's almost empty. But when you pull these off, there's still going to be a lot that comes out most of the time. So pull it off slow. Oh. All right. Oh, crap. And this is why we lay our tarp down. I'll set this up here. All right, so now we have a bunch of 10mm bolts that got to come out, and then it'll pop right off and spew more coolant everywhere. So, in there, in there, and here. All right, see the size difference in these two? So those two need to go on this side. If you need to, count all the bolts that you took out and count the ones on the new water pump. I can hear it separating, so you just want to pull this. You can use a pry bar or something, just don't break anything. Okay, here's the old one. So it leaks through that seal there, and then it starts to come out right through there on that shaft there. So that's the problem with these water pumps. Super common. The Hemis do the same thing. The V8 does the same thing, except the bearings usually go bad too. Usually you'll see them grinding or wobbling, but usually they're just pouring out of the shaft seal too. I don't know why Dodge has such a problem with their water pumps, but I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of those. All right, so usually these mating surfaces aren't bad at all. And I'm just drying it up right now, making sure there's no big objects on it. But it's time to put the new one on. All right, we can start with this one. Then you want to put them all in lightly by hand till you have every single one of them in, and then you can tighten them down. That way they're all in there evenly. Let's show you what to do if you don't remember where the big ones go and the little ones go. So let's see what would happen if I put this one in here. Well, the first thing is, you notice it's sticking way out. It'll get tight before. And then let's try to put this little one on this side. And it just falls right in. It won't even thread. So really hard to mess it up, but the short ones won't fit in the long holes, and the long hole, or the short bolt won't fit in the long hole. It won't even thread. And then the long bolt will stick out of the short hole. Like it'll bottom out, and half this thing will be sticking out. So really can't mess it up. You can, but you know what I'm saying. It's hard to mess it up. You guys will be glad to know the AC's still working in the truck. I don't think we said hi to Tim yet. You can see him from here. I don't think we said hi yet on the camera. We'll go over there and say hi to him in a minute. My brother's hanging out with me for the week. All right, the 10s are done, so let's do the 213s and the 116, and then we'll go over them all by hand, and then we'll put that idler in there. Let's go over them all by hand. Quick update on the Icon G2 flex head, the locking flex head. Absolutely love that it's locking now. I had a Matco ratchet just like this, and I really loved it. All right, sorry, I had to take that phone call. They're sending me to another eye specialist. I don't know that I've mentioned it. I've got some problems with my eyes, and I've been to multiple different doctors. They sent me to the emergency room a couple times, and they just don't know what's wrong. So they just sent me to another specialist, which is at a university, some big huge eye care center place on a university that's a little over 2 hours away. So I got that appointment in 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens with that. I'm just not looking for the 2-hour drive there, and it's probably going to be a 3 or 4 hour drive home with traffic, so with my eyes dilated. All right, so we hand ratcheted this one. Let's hand ratchet the 213s and then all the 10s. That 13, that 13. Let's do all of these 10s, but like I was saying before, this Icon ratchet's pretty handy, it being locking flex head. Because those, sometimes you, like right now, I can move the flex head, unlock it a little bit, and it allows me to get to these bolts that I need to be on. Okay. The washing machine's playing music. That's funny. My washing machine doesn't play music. What the heck? Alright. Let's grab our 13mm for this idler. And now we can put the hoses back on. Let's put these hoses back on here. All right, now that we got those on, those hoses, let's undo the clamps. Let's tighten up this radiator drain here. Okay, that's tight. Now we can put the belt on. I'm gonna grab some brake cleaner and spray all this real quick. All right, so our tensioner's on, our belt's on, idler's on. That section is done. So now we can put this hose back on, and then we'll slide in that vacuum pump. Get that slid back in. Okay, that hose is slid on. I just always like to look, make sure I didn't miss anything, didn't forget anything down here, which I didn't. So we'll put this vacuum pump back on. Sometimes when you start these and you pull out within like 10 seconds, you'll hit your brakes and it'll just keep going because this hasn't pulled enough vacuum in your brake booster yet. Or when they're bad, they don't build up quick or just don't work and you go sliding down. That's scary. I've seen that a lot. And those two are tight. Let's grab our tin because there is a little tin here. Connects this bracket to the bracket on this cooling hose that we just put on. Now we can connect these push pins or clip holder thingies. Put in our vacuum pump connector, and let's find which one goes in. That one might work, or is it this one? Oh, I think it's this one. All right, that's a good seal. We'll take our coolant jug there and our coolant funnel. Then now we need to get that coolant back into there. It's only got 27,000 miles on it. This coolant's going back in there as much as I can get back in. That way, if I don't have to use the coolant I have or both jugs, I can save her some money and we'll get it the bill knocked down for her, because I have 2 gallons of coolant marked on there now, but that should be enough to almost fill it up, and then I'll have one to top it off, so I might be able to save her 20-25 bucks. Oh, hey, here's my napkins. How'd my napkins get in there? I've been looking for these napkins all morning. Weird. Transfer pump, napkins. I don't know how I lost all those. All right, so is it squeaking? Okay. Now it went off by itself? Yeah. I think this battery's going bad. That second battery's low again. Might need to warranty it. I had to get another bucket and lid for coolant because mine were filled. I paid $9 for this bucket and lid. $9.70. It was almost 10 bucks. 10 bucks for a bucket and lid. That's ridiculous. All right, I've got North American Purple. It's meant for 2013 to current Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. So we're gonna top this off. I think we'll only need this one, so we can knock off, I think 20 bucks. We knock off like 20 bucks for our customer. So that's filled up. I'm gonna squeeze these hoses a little bit, try to get some of the air out. Try to bleed the system because these ones don't have a bleeder on them anymore. these newer 3.6s, like mine has a bleeder screw right there, but this one does not. All right, those two 16s are in. I think we just need our fresh air tube and then we can fire this up. I didn't see anything else. I don't see the oil cooler leaking. I don't really see anything else wrong with it. Maybe a little oil seep there. That's common. We're gonna top off. She's got her windshield fluid over there. All right. So now all this is done. Oh, except vacuum line. All right, put our hands back on everything. Got this vacuum line connected, got intake air temperature sensor. That clamp's tight, that clamp's tight. That's in its respective spot. Everything else is on. We can go ahead and put our engine cover on. Put our bolt back in. Let's check this air filter real quick, and we're gonna check oil level. It's okay. Hi there.
How's it going?
Good. I just need to put the bottom parts on and we're done. I'm gonna start it pretty quick here and get it bleeding the system.
I remember my husband used to say, I gotta bleed, and he said, I gotta bleed the brakes, I gotta...
Yep, I gotta bleed the cooling system.
Yeah, he's the one that taught my son, and then my son taught Taylor. It's like following down the electrical line.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
Each other, we're still friends.
She's sitting there, you know, she's sitting there. She doesn't really get into all of this stuff where a mechanic could tell you pretty much what you're looking at.
Yeah, but you know, she's been doing this long enough that I would expect her to have seen that picture and said, hey, that's your water pump. And
really upset. She says, well, I'm sure. She said, you don't know, they don't know until they get in there. That's true, but just give me some ballpark. Are we talking 300? Are we talking 3,000? She says, well, I don't know. And that made me think, oh my God, this could be...
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean you don't know?
So.
Yeah, well, as soon as you sent me that picture, I knew it was a water pump, and I'd told you 500 off the top of my head, and we're at 543.
So close.
But I only needed 1 gallon of coolant, so we can knock off $20. So you're at like 520 or something like that.
No, that was a good.
So
you know your stuff. You're a mechanic.
Well, thank you.
But if I'm only going to get 20,000 for it, if that, and I go look at Alexis, I'm going to be adding money.
Unfortunately.
I'd rather travel. So there you go.
I mean, this is a $500 repair. Then when we do the radiator in 80,000 miles, so 10 years for you, that's what, $1,500. So we're gonna in 5-6 years we're gonna put $1,500 there. In 5-6 years we'll put $1,500 in the dash.
I mean, I'm 82. I'm not going to be driving. What if, heaven forbid, if something happens to my site and they say you can't drive? Then I've spent all that money on this other car that I can't. You know.
I don't think you should sell it.
Huh?
I don't think you should sell this.
Thank you.
I thought you were wanting something else, but if you're liking this, keep this. They're decent.
Got 2 Lexus and he's got.
And then we'll change it.
I know that because I don't look under it.
We'll know on your next oil change. We'll check it every oil change.
Ah, okay, good. See.
You should have inspections done every oil change. They should be looking at all this stuff.
And I kept asking her. I know they go, okay, we're rotating the tire, but are you checking all these other things? I don't know if they do.
No. Lube techs at a dealership, 9 times out of 10, they hire guys off the street who have never worked for Chrysler. These young 18-year-old kids straight out of school, they're the ones changing your oil. They're the ones leaving your filters loose, and they're driving away and losing all your oil. If you go to any dealership, look at the trails that go into their garage and come out of the garage, because these guys leave the drain plugs loose. They put 2 gaskets on the filter.
I wonder if they did.
It looks okay. Everything up here looks okay right now. Yeah, you've got this already. Let's just keep this, take care of it, and yeah. So I've got the tarp down there. Everything's clean underneath. I'm gonna clean off that cover underneath that had some of that pink stuff on there. Clean all that off for you. I sprayed underneath down there. So I'm gonna put that in there next. Once I'm running it, I'm gonna get it running, get all this coolant going through. I'm gonna do some listening. So, and then I'm gonna do some cleanup, and then I gotta finish with that cover underneath. And I'm gonna grab the sucker tool. A little wet on the belt. I'm gonna grab that sucker tool and we'll suck that out. Just doing its thing, working all these bubbles out. Pretty sure that was gonna be our air bubble there. Oh, there we go. Just squeezing this hose. Just trying to push it in and out. All right, our cooling system is filled. Trying to wipe some of this down underneath here. Always be careful. Make sure you don't put your fingers in a running belt. I had a friend do that at work. Almost lost his fingers. Just hanging on. Luckily the bone didn't break or they would have cut him off, they said. I took him to the hospital. Tools away real quick. We're just going to take it around the block real quick. Coolant's full. Everything looks good under there. Make sure we didn't leave any bolts or anything on the top. Oh, let's pour this in. That's full. I topped it off for you. It barely needed any. All right, I'm gonna take it around the block real quick for a test drive and then I'll be right back. A quick walk around. Make sure nothing's underneath. I did want to take it around the block. Let's make sure it drives good. There's no funny noises or anything. I'm just going around the senior community here. And we are back. I do want to check these tire pressures real quick. The right side saying 33, 34, and the left side saying 36, 37. Let's double check. Well, I guess not. Guess I'm not doing that. Gotta top these two off real quick. Perfect. All right, tire pressure's good. They're all 37, 36. In about a month, you'll see it on YouTube. And all you do is go on YouTube and type in the business name, Quality Mobile Automotive.
So in July. Okay.
Sometime in July.
Okay, put that in and it'll come up.
Yeah, and
Say Robert or anything?
no, it'll have my logo, this, as the picture. And I'll take that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ask for a signature on the bottom of this. This is just saying the work was completed and you paid.
Thank
All
you.
right, you take care.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, great work. I will highly recommend you.
Thank you so much. Call me if you need anything.
I will. Anytime you have concerned about.
All righty.